There's no doubt about it, America has a little weight problem. And so do our pets, our plus-size pets, that is. So what do you do to keep your paunchy pet healthy and fit? Well, that's what today's show is all about. Welcome to Pet Keeping. In the store today, we'll meet Raspberry, a very nice rabbit who is just a bit plump. Plus my advice about doggy dieting. And Martha Stewart's very own vet, my friend Dr. Marty, will drop by to share his holistic approach to good pet nutrition. All coming up on Pet Keeping with me, Mark Marone.
My name's Ayala.
And I'm Ayala's mom, Suzanne.
And this is our pet Raspberry.
When we bought her, we were told she was a dwarf rabbit and probably wouldn't get much larger, but apparently that wasn't the case.
I got Raspberry for my birthday. When I held Razzie the first time, it felt like perfect, like she was the perfect rabbit.
No, I don't think we would have ever have imagined that having a rabbit would have been sort of like having a lapdog.
She just sits in my arms and listens to my conversations, and she's so calm.
Raspberry has an unusual habit of flipping over on her back with her paws up in the air. And once she was boarded here by Mark when we were away, and apparently he took her out of her cage and had to answer a phone call upstairs, and came back down and found her in that position and was quite hysterical that he thought she had died while he had gone upstairs to answer the phone.
Raspberry loves to be picked up.
Her greatest joy is for you to hold her just like Ayala's holding her. She really enjoys it, and we enjoy holding her.
Oh, it's Raspberry.
Hi, Mark.
This is the squishiest rabbit in the world. And you know what else I like doing with Raspberry? Is playing with her dewlap. This is a flap of skin that hangs underneath the throat of female bunnies. But like everything else on Raspberry, it's a bit exaggerated. It's not natural for her to be so what's a good word?
Large?
Rubenesque.
I like that.
Yeah, so she's a Rubenesque rabbit. She may be heavy, but she's very healthy. And you know how you can tell? Look at her coat. Her coat is beautiful. If a rabbit's not feeling well, they shed all over. But Raspberry's not shedding at all. Her coat is slick and beautiful and glossy. And what does she eat that she got so big like this?
She eats dried papaya. She eats celery, carrots, sometimes apples.
How about hay and pellets?
Oh, yeah.
And she
She
gets
has
that
a
too?
cereal mix.
So you're not giving her a lot of grains, you're not giving her a lot of treats? I don't think it would be a bad idea if Raspberry was seen by a vet, because some of these things can be, not genetic in nature, but some of these things can be physical in nature. Like I said, she's not spayed, she's never had babies, but she's just the cutest bunny.
We also wanted to ask you about her habit of scratching up the basement. Is there anything we can do to prevent that?
See, the problem is that she has to do that. In a state of nature, her bunny relatives outside would be digging and scratching and eating all day long. Go get a doormat that you use in front of a door and put a couple of those down in the room. And she'll have fun chewing on that and pulling that up, and that way she gets her energy out in pulling that up, and she's only chewing up a $5 doormat instead of a $1,000 carpeting that's on the floor.
Oh, that's great advice. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's face it, Raspberry the rabbit looks really cute, but she really could stand to shed a few ounces. So here's a quick reminder of what your pet rabbit should be fed. Now, rabbits, we think, eat carrots. That's because of Bugs Bunny. But think about it. When's a rabbit going to be digging down into the ground to pull out a carrot? What's it going to pull it out with? It doesn't have hands. What rabbits actually do eat is grass, and that's a rabbit's natural diet. So you want to feed your bunny a grass hay. This hay is made of Timothy grass, and it's dried out, but yet it's nice and green, and this is the kind of hay the rabbits need. Now, the reason why rabbits need to have hay is because as grass-eating mammals, they have a very complex digestive system, just as cows and sheep do. Without the fiber from the hay, they can't digest their food properly. They have hairballs, they get all sorts of problems. So if we can imagine a pyramid of the right diet for a rabbit, the base of the pyramid is the hay. Then the middle part of the pyramid is going to be pelleted foods made specifically for bunnies. Now, pelleted foods usually have a hay base, and that's usually alfalfa, so it does have some protein in it. And then it has a few more grains in it also. And the protein level in bunny pellets is formulated to the age of the bunny. For instance, when a bunny is younger, you're going to get a juvenile formula, which will have more protein in it than the pelleted foods for adult bunnies. And so this and the hay are the main diet for the bunnies. Because hey, you really like this, huh? There you go. You can have it all to yourself. Now, some of these foods have small little treats in it, but if your bunny is going to eat a few of those treats, that's fine. However, if the bunny will pull out the colored treats that are in some pellets and not eat the pellets, then that's a bad thing. So you should get a pelleted food that's just pellets, no treats in it at all. Now, they do like fresh things. Not everything that a bunny can eat needs to be dried out. So people think, well, a rabbit's going to eat lettuce. No, lettuce is not the best thing. Remember, bunnies need fiber. It's not bunnies like fiber. It's not bunnies want fiber. Bunnies need fiber, or they're going to have all sorts of problems. So we want to give them greens that have lots of fiber in it. Now, fresh dark leafy greens, this is chicory. This is very good. Dandelion is very good. Basically, the way I view it, any green that I wouldn't eat myself, want some, Harry? Any green that I wouldn't eat myself because it's chewy and bitter is good for a bunny. Unfortunately, grocery stores and greengrocers all have chicory and escarole and watercress and dandelion throughout the year. So you don't have to worry about your bunny not getting the proper greens. But you know, man does not live by bread alone. Bunnies do need treats. And remember how I said that carrots are not a main diet for a bunny? Well, they can be a treat. And that's exactly what they should be. There's other vegetables you can give bunnies as treats also. You can give them just about any kind of vegetable. Celery is fine, string beans fine, and a small amount of fruit. Some bunnies like melon, some bunnies like apples. But again, as a treat, that's fine. Remember, the treats, like the carrots and the fruit, is the very tip of the pyramid. The middle part of the pyramid is the pelleted foods. But the base of the pyramid, the main part of your rabbit's nutrition, needs to be the grass hay. Because without that foundation in their diet, you're going to have problems with a bunny, and they're not going to look half as cute as my bunnies here. Now, coming up, my tips for dogs who need to shape up, and Martha Stewart's own vet, Dr. Marty, will be here with his advice about proper pet nutrition.
How would you like to learn the recipe for magic?
I did it!
Yeah.